Welcome to the Natty Daddy Experience. You rocking with your boy Natty Rob on his job. And today we have one of the dopest artists coming out of Montgomery, Alabama. Y'all far. What's good with you, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
Man, blessed, man. Can't complain, man. But this your first time here with us, so we gonna run it from the top. Where did y'all far grow up and how was your upbringing?
Um, well, born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama. Uh, first, I say first few years of my life, I was bouncing around from all over the place, all over Montgomery. I was very young though, but when I got in kindergarten, I moved to Ridgecrest. Stayed in Ridgecrest for the majority of my life, and born and raised in that area. Um, Upbringing was yeah, it had his ups and downs. I mean, when it comes to camaraderie of my homies, I met in Ridgecrest, mixed with the violence and all the other bullshit that came with Ridgecrest. It's like it's a gift and a curse. Sometimes you can't dwell on what happened. You just gotta take the good, take the bad, and mold yourself into it. You know what I'm saying? Mold yourself into a person when you make it out of it. So yeah.
Right. So now I know Ridgecrest, that's like a famous area in Montgomery. You know, that's the home of the neighborhood of Doe B and Lil Reggie and Eldorado Red, I think.
Yeah, Eldorado Red. He from out there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got any like crazy stories like growing up in Montgomery or being in Ridgecrest?
Um, Shit, a lot of crazy stories. I don't know if I can talk about them on camera, but what is crazy though is I did go to school with Glenn Thomas, aka Doe B, rest in peace. I feel like he the rightful king of Montgomery because I don't feel like nobody really held the city down like he did when he was alive and popping. So crazy part about Doe B though, at Bellingraph, library, for some reason, everybody wanted to go to the most quietest place and start a rap battle. You know, it was crazy because Doe was in there. Lil Whoop was in there rapping. I think Southern Pimp and them was in there rapping. So it was a lot of different people, a lot of different a lot of different people that was in there showcasing their talent, but I feel like Doe was the one that really stood out between everybody because the way he delivered his words and the way he knew how to flex in a smooth way, and I think that's what got everybody attention and everything. So, but when Doe was in I saw Doe in Bellingraph, and I think I saw him in Lanier a couple times. But then I got kicked out and then had to move my pops. Actually moved to Japan for 3 years, which is crazy. Whole another story. But when I came back from Japan, that's when Doe basically he was the face of Montgomery, pretty much. Because when I came back in 2012, that when Let Me Find Out just dropped. And then by the end, close to the end of that year, 2012, he had did the remix with T.I., I think, T.I. and Juicy J. So it was like, damn, went from seeing him in the library, coming back, seeing him everywhere is just crazy. I just hate I never got a chance to link up and make music with him. So
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Cause seeing dough like that, that kind of gave you like that proof that you can make it out from where you from. So yeah, I feel you on that. But you said you got kicked out of school and had to move to Japan.
yeah, some bullshit, smoking weed behind the band room, And then the crazy part about it, my mom, she's a guidance counselor at Bellingraph. So, you know, me doing that and then they going to my mom, they was like, yeah, we gonna have to got to do something with them. So my mom reached out to my pops. My pops was he in the military station overseas in Japan, and I stayed with him for 3 years. And truth be told, man, shit, when I moved over there, that's when I really found myself. That's when I started rapping. Cause like in Ridgecrest, I mean, it's the hood, so you gotta adapt to the shit that comes with living in Ridgecrest, And sometimes it's like you're not really yourself because you gotta mold yourself into this person in order to survive. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying fake the funk, but you gotta keep a certain stature, or people gonna think you, they gonna think you a pushover and try you. You know what I'm saying? So I had to move a certain way when I was at Ridgecrest, but when I moved to Japan, I was stationed on a military base, so it's diversity of black, white, Asian, Mexican people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was actually cool being myself. You know what I'm saying? Like goofy, dirty, like what I'm saying. But I still had that stature from Ridgecrest that never really gonna leave you. It's like I still they can still tell I'm kind of an ignorant nigga, but at the same time I was still yeah, for sure. But they took me like they heard how I talked. They was like, damn, he must be a gangster ass motherfucker. Yeah. But then they get to know me, get talking. Like, oh, he just like us. He like anime. He watch cartoons and read comic books and most shit. Like that's cool. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's the thing, though, bro. Sometimes I mean you be in a situation or you be in an area where you gotta adapt to how things go in order to survive. And then when you get to a part where you can actually live, you just, and that's one thing Japan taught me, how to live, how to actually be myself. So
Yeah, that's dope, man. And you said you started rapping once you got to Japan.
yeah, I started rapping because in Japan, shout out to my partner Fizzo, when right before I left for Japan, I had this PSP Go. And my PSP Go, I think I had like 200 gigabytes of space I could use. And he filled about damn near 100 gigs up with music. And he was like, listen to this music and then get back with me and see, like, let me know what you like and don't like. So he had Jay-Z discography on there, he had Nas discography on there, and he had Lauryn Hill. It was like Prince whole discography, Michael Jackson whole discography. So it's like it's a plethora of music, like different genres and everything. So I listened to all of it. My whole because we had a 14-hour plane ride. So I got about a good about 14, 15 albums out of that plane ride alone. Just listen to random stuff. And then my throughout my whole time in Japan, I just listened to all that music. And within listening to all that music, I heard different sounds and stuff. And, I was just like, man, let me then also Fizzo and them was rapping and stuff. So I was like, man, they rapping. Let me see if I could do it. So my first verse I ever wrote was to Drake over instrumental.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that was back in 2010 too. Drake over instrumental. I did a verse to it. It wasn't that good, but I appreciate the effort because I tried. Because I could have quit right there.
But you kept going, and your music. I've heard your music from really the beginning, and I mean you evolve. Like
for sure.
To me, you probably top 5 in Montgomery without a doubt.
I appreciate that.
But all right, so I was listening to one of your songs called "Farewell," and in the song you said, "Take a power trip down to memory lane and nuclear bomb that shit." Man, I felt that in my soul, bro.
For sure. Because it's something. What was going through your mind when you wrote that? Well, it's a lot going through my mind, man. I was me and my girl had broke up at the time. Um, I was I had partners going to jail, partners dying. Ridgecrest was like literally I think at that moment, like in 2016, Ridgecrest is one of the, like right there at the top of like at this peak when it comes to like bullshit. So it was so much I endured. I was like I had got robbed around that time, you know, most whole bunch of stuff. But when I wrote that line, when I said take a trip down memory lane, nuclear bomb that shit, like memory lane, the memories that just was basically holding me back, holding me down, and nuclear bomb those memories. It wasn't like my memories in general, but nuclear bomb the memories that held me down, you know, erase those out of my mind and keep going forward, because we always gonna endure bad times. We always gonna have a hard time. But the thing is to keep striving and keep going forward. Because at the end of the day, life goes on. So we got to make sure we do what's right for us first, and then when we get ourselves straight, we do for our immediate family or peers or possibly do other stuff for unfortunate people as well. So
For sure, for sure. No, that's why when you said that line, like I just felt it in my soul, bro. Like, and I'm pretty sure people around the world can just relate to that whole song in general.
oh, for sure, especially as people that left their hometowns and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. So shortly after you dropped that song, you end up moving to KC. Why KC?
Well, Kansas City. My aunt Tiffany. She before I moved, I think they was in KC for about almost 10 years. I don't think they had hit 10 years yet, but they was in KC for almost 10 years. And my aunt, she's a very spiritual person. So she was talking to me. Was like she said I've been feeling like you've been having a hard time with stuff going on in KC and yada yada yada. If you want to come up here, what I'm saying, get on your feet for a year and then do your own thing, then you're more than welcome. At first, I was like, nah, I don't know, because she asked me twice. Because the first time I was like, I don't know, I got grandma and granddad down here. They sick. They be in and out of the hospital. I'm trying to make sure they straight and do this, do that, do this, do that. And at the end of that conversation, she was like, "Well, sometimes DJ, you gotta do some stuff for yourself, because you 23 years old. I mean, so at some point you gotta do something for yourself." So I was like, "All right, I'll think about it." And then after that conversation, shit just got worse for being Ridgecrest. And she came back and asked me again, so I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So I stayed out there for a year, and the year of me staying out there, that's when I created my vanity project. So, because that first year in KC was the first year that I actually was like, first year of my life that I actually got like some money on my own, and I was able to do with it what I want to do with it instead of doing stuff that I had to do. I mean, of course, I took care of my necessities, but it was one of them things where I could actually splurge on myself a little bit. So
Right. So like, what's the music scene like in KC?
KC is like a melting pot, man. It's like they still ain't found themselves yet, and I feel like KC is kind of riding off the coattail of Tech Nine, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's just like nobody from here actually made the mainstream how Tech Nine has made. And Tech Nine got his own sound. He true to his name, Strange Music. So
For
and
sure.
I mean, I'm a fan of Tech Nine though. So like, it's albums that I really like of his, and it's albums that I dislike from his. But at the end of the day, he still stayed true to his rap form, and that's why I respect. But yeah, Casey is a melting pot. But there's a lot of dope artists out here, man. Just nobody really got to the point to blossom to the point where to a mainstream level, I should say. So it's a real melting pot. It's different. It's different sounds, different, type of people that's doing it. So we're gonna have to see what's the next wave in 2024, I guess, man.
For sure, man. So how does like KC differ from Montgomery? Like
KC, man, man, it's the Midwest, man. You got hot summers, cold winters, but at the same time, it's like if you're speaking from a music scene level, Montgomery is more they want a particular sound in Montgomery, and in Montgomery it's like they only praise what they love, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool, and I don't think they want to. Well, I feel like Montgomery is slowly expanding. It's going to eventually happen, but I feel like Montgomery, as of right now, they still stuck on the like one thing is this is how I want this to sound, or this type of music, this is the type of sound I like, and if it ain't this, I ain't trying to really fool with it. KC on the other hand, say again. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, well, KC on the other hand, me, KC on the other hand, it's like people actually like different type of music. Like you got some people that really love the strange music scene. You got some people that really love the trap scene. You got some people that really love the lyrical rappers. Some people love EDM and rave type music. It's country people out here, so it's like I said, it's a melting pot of different genres that people love so much. And sometimes some people be trying to merge genres out here. So they try to actually be experimental and be creative as possible, but nobody has nothing popped yet for real. So we got to see what's gonna go on.
for sure, for sure. So you working on anything big for 2024, music wise?
I am working on some stuff, but nothing really confirmed yet. So I don't want to say that look out for this and it doesn't show. So I will say that I do have some ideas for 2024, and you're just gonna have to see what happens because I gotta make sure all my P's and Q's are together.
Yeah, y'all just stay tuned. Keep your eyes on Jarl Far. I'm telling you guys, he is probably, I'm telling you, like top 5 Alabama artists for sure.
For sure, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Y'all just ain't heard some of the stuff I've heard yet, but when it come out, you gonna see what I mean. So is it like anything you want to let the people know before we get out of here?
Man, shoot, man. Streams to y'all for while you're here. Shout out to Natty Rob on the job doing his thing, man. I pay attention to your moves, brother, and I salute you. Just keep doing what you're doing. And then your world, if it's not out already before you see this interview, your world with my partner Lemonade Dre dropping on the New Year's Day. So be tuned for that, and be tuned for more singles and possibly a project this year in 2024. We're gonna see how it works. I still got some work to do on these projects I got in the vault, but yeah, just stream some y'all fall while you're here, man. That's all I gotta say. Life of Limits is already out. Y'all go listen to that. Go stream that. For sure. You see the chain right here. You know what I'm saying? Life is Limits. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Lemonade Dre. Thank God for Lemonade Dre. Infinity One Collective. We are in the building. You know what I'm saying? So. For sure. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you for having me. And we out this thing, man. For sure. Peace.